At a time where economics is on the line, you're not going to tell everybody that they're African. That's just something you're not going to do. Our folks are not going to sit back, like at least for those cases, to go for that at all. Their life's work or journeys or different things that they push for, they're not going to allow you to do that. All right, and Umar found out in Alabama.
Be no damn Indian because there was nobody on earth but black people for 150,000 years by ourselves. Now, if you want to hate yourself. But speak
They
for yourself.
They reclassified us. They reclassified us.
You can't even name your ancestors. Shut up.
I can.
Now. And if you keep it up, I'm gonna tell them to put you out.
We ain't African.
Respectful.
We ain't African.
You cannot be no damn Indian because there was nobody on earth.
And that's people arguing the Native American theory, which is very true. My mother got, Cherokee Indian in her, which means then me and my other folks and family member, my great grandmother. All right, Native American is very much connected to cases of different freedmen around here. There's truth to that. You know what ain't true? Is that we all got some type of mentals or at least connection to Africa. We don't. You can be gone from a nation for so long, nigga, you just don't remember nothing about it. Nobody around you can teach you nothing about that place here, Halls, because it's unfamiliar. Mm-hmm. They don't know what to teach it. Mm-hmm. Right. Shit. We have officially been Americanized, dude. This is what we are. This is all we know. All right. Trying to have that conversation, man, leads back to other things. The reason why that man is upset in that front row is because in his mind, he's like, okay, we're back to almost partially the reparations conversation thing because it all associates it to it here. Because if you open the books up to say for everybody, then reparations doesn't have a claim for freedmen at all. It actually comes to this twist where the political parties can do what they want to do with this term. The moment you unlock that door, this is why years ago when I was talking to the good people, this is probably might have been in 2004, and I said, man, the way that Umar is going off in a case to talk about our situation sounds like a person in here who's angry that he can't be in charge. Remember, we for years have been walking around talking about like the code is the leadership. That stops individuals from walking up talking about I am the leader. All right. Right. That stops that shit. That stops the tactic. If you chop off the head, you killed the snake, all this other stuff in here. You depleted the body if you chop the head off. It gives this angle of next man up. That's what it's about. All right. Yes, indeed. All right, and you can't put the alphabet boys on it.
Two quick questions, real quick. I want to get your thoughts on
a lineage. All right, you're not talking about a gang or a crew or this, that, and the third. Which, when you see people attack these subject matters, the first context you see them using is gang, group, cult, all this stuff in here in which the feds can grab a hold of and put about 20 or 30 years on top of your head upon a conviction, if they can connect the dots. Mm-hmm. That's why we say that's also COINTELPRO work too. Mm-hmm.
The ADOS movement and the foundational Black American movement.
I do not support it and I do not agree with it. I am a Pan-Africanist, and that movement violates three core principles of Pan-Africanism. Number one is identity. We are one African people. We are not multiples of different African groups. We are one human family. Okay, so identity is very, very important for Pan-Africanists. And for any organization that calls itself American but refuses to call itself African is an organization I cannot rock with. That's number one. Number two, central to Pan-African thought and ideology, one of our core principles is that white supremacy must be overthrown internationally. It cannot be defeated regionally. International concerted effort by the global African family to destroy global white supremacy. Regional Black nationalism will not overthrow a global enemy. Number three, okay, and probably the issue that I take most seriously with regard to the ADOS is the disidentification from our African immigrant brothers and sisters. I'm not disidentifying from nobody. So let me get this right. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. We're going to start a fight with them, but we're not going to start a fight with the LBGT who has stolen everything that black people have fought for. We're not going to start a fight with the Mexicans who have stolen everything black people have fought for. We're not going to start a fight with the feminists who have stolen everything black people have fought for. There's about 50 million Mexican immigrants in this country, twice that number of homosexuals, 5 times that number of feminists. But instead of fighting with them, we're going to pick on the lowest group on the totem pole, our own kith and kin, African brothers and sisters. A house divided cannot stand. It's Pan-Africanism or perish.
Yes, sir. I just want to ask you 2 quick questions real quick. I want to get your
concerted effort by the global African family to destroy global white supremacy. Regional black nationalism will not overthrow a global enemy. Number 3, okay, and probably the issue that I take most seriously with regard to the ADOS is the disidentification from our African immigrant brothers and sisters. I'm not disidentifying from nobody. So let me get this right. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. We're going to start a fight with them, but we're not going to start a fight with the LBGT.
I played it twice in here. I didn't mean for it to go all the way through without me breaking because there's so many different pieces to unpack. But the bigger piece, all right, I'm seeing here. Let me just go back to the original because this all caters to my point. All that's disingenuous. Black people speak to and deal with the individuals we have to deal with. It doesn't matter who or what you represent. If it centers us in some type of light where we got to clarify ourselves, then we'll say something. Are we going out here to just attack other groups? No, it's senseless. It doesn't make any sense. All right. So I don't know what he means here. As far as addressing our situations, we've always did this. We're the ones who do that. People take examples from us. All right. Because though, even for the cases of what y'all see what the boycott did, but the money is coming back in black folks' pocket, we've managed to take that conversation to a positive one amongst black people to say that we are redistributing wealth. All right. No, to where as though somebody can't say that they're being punished or harmed because we don't want to spend no money with them. All right. We are redistributing the money back to black people. All right. There's no problem with that. Right. Everybody else goes to get themselves right. The only problem that we've had consistently with our case being here in America without being in bondage is the circumstances that our politicians are not allowed to do our bidding. Therefore, if we don't Madam CJ Walker the game, all right, we ain't going to have nothing. And y'all see for these courses, the moment they were able to open up the door for some of these buffer classes, the first thing that they did was monopolize the game, put strongholds down. All right. Different things that put any black person in that neighborhood past the eye of them. They have to give you the smell test. All right. Yeah. And if you seem like something that's going to be sufficiently there, or somebody like they're going to blow through their bread or don't know what they're doing, or, all right, if you seem like you competent and you got this going, they're going to give you all the roadblocks and hell in the world. This is why black folks can't dare get back in the hair care industry. All right. Yes, we have to be able as freedmen to hold down what we have. To leave us open to everyone is to leave us defenseless publicly. All right. That means any Joe Schmo can take a piece of your hind parts when they get ready. That's what that sums up to. All right. And we will not be out here like that, Umar, to prove a point to you that we can come together against, in some case, of imaginary Pan-Africanism that just never will exist. It doesn't exist over there, so it damn sure ain't going to exist over here. All right. Like, make it make sense. Show me where that's fully functioning at and the dominant society is worried about it. All right. No, they don't. They don't care anymore about you following Pan Africanism more than they do your African studies classes, dude. They will help fund them, dude. All right, because they recognize it's no threat to them. All right.
Quick question, real quick. I want to get your thoughts on the ADOS movement and the foundational Black American movement.
I do not support it and I do not agree with it. I am a Pan-Africanist, and that movement violates three core principles of Pan-Africanism. Number one is identity. We are one African people. We are not multiples of different African groups. We are one human family. Okay, so identity is very, very important for Pan-Africanists. And for any organization that calls itself American but refuses to call itself African is an organization I cannot rock with. That's number one. Number two, central to Pan-African thought and ideology, one of our core principles is that white supremacy must be overthrown internationally.
That can't happen, Umar, if we got people that are in the continent in the Caribbeans and culturally they're taught by each other to keep going ahead and undermining each other. Tribal trash, dude. All right. No, white folks, Indian dudes, German dudes, all these folks are right in front of you, and y'all are sitting there fighting, bickering with each other. You can't stop the tribal trash to the point where South Africa's Afrikaners can give Julius Malema 10 years. What are some of these niggas doing? You think we want to connect with that to eliminate the little bit of rights that we've already fought for that's in place? All right. Yeah. These cats are sellouts. We already got your Christine Clarks over there. They've already sat there and, shown us what their formal alliances is. This is why they prefer those black faces politically over a freedman. All right. Because they understand that for those jokers there, they can just go in as far as the bills and legislation is and cut a check for a large group of Kenyans or Haitians. All right. Or whoever they are here. All right. Somalians. All right. You can just start cutting big ass checks for your people. Nobody's going to jump up and say, hey, you can't do that. All right. Now, when you're black and you're getting something from the government, they're measuring everything you get, every nickel, every dime. They staring at you. Every swallow, nigga, of water. All right. The government looking at you. All right. Right. If they got to be a part of it, they want all your information. They want to be able to be nosy. All right. Yeah. You ain't just getting something from them. No, you ain't. All right. Nigga, I need to smell your breath, nigga, before you get something. All right. Those are the type of penalties that go ahead to take place there. All right. That's what I was going to say. Most definitely. Those are the penalties that go far. All right. I would say yes, indeed. One second. All right, those are the penalties that take place. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit more.
Not be defeated regional, international, concerted effort by the global African family to destroy global white supremacy. Regional black nationalism will not overthrow a global enemy. Number three, okay, and probably the issue that I take most seriously with regard to the ADOS is the disidentification from our African immigrant brothers and sisters. I'm not disidentifying from nobody.
When your job is to never pick a side, to play both sides against the middle. No, I'm going to Africa and I'm going to talk bad about Black Americans over there. All right. Because I know this is what some of them like. Not all of them. All right. But I know that this is what some of them are interested in. All right. So I'm playing right to the root to this, trying to make sure I'm collecting checks and doing my little dirt. All right. Oh, this is Jermaine Shoemaker here for you. All right. That's what I mean by playing both sides against the middle. And then he comes back over here and he'll sit back and say, oh, illegals don't need to be doing this. They don't need to be doing that. All right. I told you, a person who stands for everything doesn't truly stand for anything. All right. Watch these opportunists out here, dude. All right. And recognize why he's really mad, because the frustration truly comes from, I can't double and triple dip everywhere I put my hand at here, Halls. All right. No, I can't stand here repeatedly, all right, for as long as possible in here, all right, sucking up the game. All right. No, that's what it comes down to.
So let me get this right. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. There's only 3 million African immigrants in the United States. We're going to start a fight with them, but we're not going to start a fight with the LBGT, who has stolen everything that black people have fought for. We're not going to start a fight with the Mexicans, who have stolen everything black people have fought for.
What are you talking about here? Ain't nobody stole nothing. And that's why I walked y'all through. No, the government has allowed these politicians to hand benefits and resources over. It doesn't become this fighting back and forth between Democrats and Republicans. It's bipartisanship and getting bills done. All right. Up to about Donald Trump, I've never heard no Republican joker come in here and not talk about the resources that he was going to give or she was going to give to the alphabet community. I'm talking about from the Republicans now. All right. Right. So let's just not play this game here, Halls, as if it's not on a standards where the politicians agree on majority of things on the board. They have a tiff with a few things. All right. But most of the stuff that they are in line with, government funding wise, and all right, yeah, they're in a line. They're lockstep with, man. They're 100% with black people not getting any resources at all. All right, shit. Republicans have the hardcore, no filter track. All right, and Democrats try to act like they like you as they do it, but it's both the same thing. What did Neely Fuller Jr. say? Two wings on the same plane here. All right, for us at least. All right, other people can, like I said, cloaks. They could change their cloak from Republican to Democrat to progressive or whatever this shit is, or excuse me, independent or Green Party. All right, you could play games like that. Vote for this party over here, being non-black, and there's actually some financial resources for you. All right, black people changing cloaks, meaning freedmen. This shit don't matter, nigga. All right, when everybody is going to give you the same piece of nothing around the board. All right, one person going to act like you just saved yourself from Satan. All right, as if they're not Satan. Mm-hmm. Right, like you just saved yourself. You better be lucky that Trump ain't coming here. Whoo, whoo. No, you better be lucky, Hoss. All right, and chances is, and unfortunately here, he has came in here. He's kept up his word. He's taken it to people that some of these folks out here that were his supporters. All right, I showed y'all the beginning of the administration. You had the lady, well, on a boat, dude. They had a music video, but she said, "I will vote for Donald Trump." All right, and he deported her husband. All right, I believe her uncle or something else too. All right, her uncle and her husband. All right, yeah, that other one, Donald Trump, we love you. Yeah. Man, he came in there. All right, and gave her the business. She was sitting around here talking about some Donald Trump. He tricked us. He tricked us. All right, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. All right, no, when the ICE van pull up, we get the science behind it. The short science is, all right, you thought it was going to be a niggas only rule. All right, like always. All right, yeah, some people will get abused, but he's mainly going to take it out on the black folks. Now, Donald Trump has showed you a thick administration of not discriminating against anybody and putting you at the front of the line, nigga. All right. No, I got Jose and all these other people to come get you. All right. They're bilingual. All right. Just in case you try to act like hey, you don't speak any English. All right, they're bilingual. These folks are smashing out windows and everything. All right, hold on, Halls. All right, run up in your house with no warrant. All right, hold on here.
We're not going to start a fight with the feminists who have stolen everything black people have fought for. There's about 50 million Mexican immigrants in this country, twice that number of homosexuals, 5 times that.
That's not true, Halls. It isn't. You know why it isn't, Umar? Because there's actual U.S. status poll numbers to show you that it's not twice as many people in the LGBTQ community. All right, hold on. In America, talking about it's twice the amount, it's 50 million, so and so, and it's twice the amount of LGBTQ. Like, what are you lying for? All right, right. That lets you know that the truth won't do. The truth ain't good enough. All right, no, it isn't. All right, so let's go to the truth. All right, that's what I'm going in here. All right. All right. Okay, LGBTQ percentage in America. It's at 9%, nigga. You're a liar. All right? No, you're just a big liar, nigga. All right? You didn't have to lie about that. All right? No, a quick Google search will let you know if that nigga out of his mind. Maybe he's just babbling. Yeah, he was just babbling, y'all. Take a look. Approximately 9% of American adults identify as LGBTQ+. All right? So, no, he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. All right? But y'all used to that preacher speech for some people in here, so much so that anything will do. All right? No, Umar Preacher Johnson. All right? The traveling preacher. All right? Yes. Okay? Yes, indeed. But let me go ahead back to this case here where he was lying at. All right? I just had to point that piece out because I knew, all right, that wasn't accurate. You saying it's 51 million Latinos in here, and then it's twice the amount of people from the alphabet community. All right, yeah. What type of point you trying to make? All right, right. All right. Now that we know it ain't true, I got him back on the screen.
There's about 50 million Mexican immigrants in this country, twice that number of homosexuals, 5 times that number of feminists. But instead of fighting with them, we're going to pick on the lowest group on the totem pole, our own kith and kin, African brothers and sisters. A house divided cannot stand.
Man, I don't know what the hell you talking about. Because we don't go picking at them, rolling up on them, talking about how they ain't got no culture and all this silly ass shit. Folks trying to smile at you and dish you in your face while they got your clothes on. All right? There's something wrong with your brain. No, your culture connects you to the. All right, no, this weird way that go ahead and immediately detach you here from Black Americans. We don't respect that. All right, the fact that you don't know makes it even worse. No, I mean your culture, like your roots, where you come, where you. Some of you folks here, your country has been there since maybe what 1960 or so. All right, no, since the 1960s. All right, right. Don't tell us, dude, how far our roots stretch, dude. Don't do that. And what we don't know, you'd be telling me about your culture. You're not gonna. Obviously, it ain't worth shit if you ran your ass over here. All right, you don't want all that culture you keep talking about, nigga. All right, you over here next to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must not be worth shit. All right, yeah. You tell them niggas to go sit down somewhere. All right, and this is where Umar likes to dabble into. All right. There's no value, dude. And some nigga screaming and yelling at you, telling you that you're out here picking with individuals, Halls, who can't keep their names out your mouth. Even in their Twitter spaces, all they be doing sitting in there is talking about us, nigga. That's where every discussion they have back over there is, dude. All right. Yes. And we sit over here and look from across the street. I ain't tapping on the button. Mm-hmm. I can tell by the title, I know what you're talking about, nigga. All right, something to do with freedmen directly or our business, nigga. There's never any big discussions here too much about the stuff that's going on in your country. All right, unless you're talking about some type of bussy, all right, some booty shaking parade. All right, yeah, and y'all might have an exciting conversation about that. All right, other than that, we know what the topic is. All right, we're quite sure. You seen Godfrey and all them damn tethers. All right, and what do they talk about every damn program? Us, our culture. All right, the difference between African and Black American, and all right, that's every topic, nigga. Every show. All right, between that black lady that they had in there, the other Sambo that they had, all these tethers. All right, bunch of them. All right, at some point, it's going to get to talking about freedmen, mocking, mimicking. Oh, we didn't come from all of that trauma. We didn't come from so much trauma. All right, yeah, trying to take slights at us, and it's like, dude, are we bullying them, dude? All right, or is it cats that's finished, jokers that's prepared to talk to you like they Jason Black off of Next Friday? All right after Craig threw him into the CD case. All right, he said, "Don't hit me, this John Blaze. I can get jiggy with this shit." All right, no, that's what happens after we get busy. All right. No, it's always us. Every time I look, no, man, that ain't right. You don't do him like that. That's wrong. All right. The problem is you can't keep calling people here to the carpet. All right. Yeah, it goes a part of the problem. And I ain't gonna sit here to point at all my folks down the continent of the Caribbean, but for one to need to hear this, yeah, I understand when people are sitting here trying to play both sides against the middle. All right. No, we'll let them do this to themselves here. Because he's gonna do it again. All right, and I mean talk out both sides of his neck here. All right, because he's saying yes, we should get reparations, right? All right, no, we should. All right, but then here he comes. All right, hold on.
Yes, we should get reparations. Yes, we are entitled to reparations, but we don't need them.
Huh?
We don't need them. We're a $2 trillion economy. Why do we need reparations? Why? Why? Why is that? Why is that? Huh? Did you ask for reparations to buy that weave? Did you ask for reparations to buy that perm? Did you ask for reparations to buy that Louis bag?
He sounds like he works for the Democratic Party. Yeah, you do. You sound like Al Sharpton and them niggas sent you out here. All right. Yeah, you do. Did you ask for reparations to buy that peen, that perm, to buy that weave? So now black folks supposed to feel bad for having a little something, nigga? All right. No, they took everything else away from your ass. All right. No, every time we shining a little bit, but we're still asking for ours, here comes a nigga drawing all right lines here across the line here for shit that doesn't even need to be checked here, dude. All right. Reparations in simple order, if you qualify, is for the people who can trace their lineage back to the slave fields. Nothing more or nothing less. Even if a person does not call themselves a freedman walking around, if you can trace lineage back, you qualify for reparations. All right. That's the simple point there. All right. A lot of folks want to change this conversation to mix it up because you understand. I told you, if any monkey wedges, if any infractions come into it, it's dead. All right. It's dead. All right. This is why you got these jokers moving like this. And he sounds like, he works for the Democratic Party. All right.
Did you ask for reparations to get the Gucci bag? Did you ask for reparations for them Jordans? Did you ask for reparations for that big old truck you got? Did you ask for reparations for that big house in the suburbs? Did you ask for reparations before you put your black kid in a white private school? Did you ask for reparations for any of the Negro things you do on a daily basis? I have never seen you ask for reparations to buy or pay for none of the shit you like to do.
It defeats the purpose for what you're saying, because reparations were given to all the rest of these damn folks around us here, Hoss, and they ain't even have to ask for nothing. All they had to do is put their feet on these soil here. All right. So you have to fix your mouth to ask for nothing. All right. And by the way, I'm really going to put some emphasis on this. We don't need to axe anymore. When Tom Sawyer is out here talking about cut the check, the rest of the Democrats know what the deal is. All of them. All right? When he's saying that, we don't got to say a word. All right? We can let everything in every election speak for itself. Our actions will be not reacting and not moving. All right? That's it. All right? Yeah, all this extra shit don't matter.
I have never seen you buy or ask for reparations to pay for any of the shit that y'all like to do. See, when you want to do it, you don't need no reparations. When you want to do it, where there's a will, there's a way. You want to go clubbing. You want to go to the concert. You want to fly across the world on vacation. You want to spend some time with your boo. You notice how black folks ain't never got a problem finding money for the things they want to do. I've never seen a protest for the prices on Gucci products by Negroes. I've never seen a protest for the prices on Louis products by Negroes. I've never seen black people protest the cost of the Mercedes Benzes that they drive. I've never seen black people protest the tuition at these white private schools. I've never seen black people protest the money they pay to go on vacation. I don't see you protest what you got to pay to get in the club. I don't see you protesting what you got to pay to get a drink. Cavassier and Ciroc and effing vodka. You don't ever protest the prices of none of this shit you like to do to waste your time. You don't ever protest none of the prices for the stuff that you like to do with your money. But the minute we start talking about building for the us, see, when we talk about the I, you ain't got no problem with the I. But when we start talking about the we and the us, you Negroes got a million excuses.
All right, the Prince of corned beef ass nigga. The Prince of sirloin nigga. Sirloin. Oh, you got to get here a lecture and this bullshit from him, man. All right, not from you. All right, no. For what? Who are you trying to show off for? All right, that's my question. I see a nigga moving around like, oh, okay. Oh, no, all right. Let's take a stand back and take a look. No, you trying to show off from somebody. All right. No, you hope white folks is listening. And I had to tell those Negroes. All right. You better watch little slick and greasy niggas by now the name of it, Umar Johnson, dude. Mm-hmm. Better watch him. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All right. Anyhow, he did say he had the school finished, y'all. So I did want to give everybody good updates on that. All right. I figured if we can bring some of the good, some of the bad there, we can bring some of the good. So let's show you guys the school. All right. It looks like the bathrooms is fixed. The plumbing's been taken care of. All right. And as he said, it's ready to ride. He showed some finished classrooms. You can see that the paint and all this other stuff is done in there on that. All right. And look, I don't know what's what. Let me tell you that before I say anything. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's what. All right. But this is what he's been able to show. And that looks like progress to me. I'll give as much credit as I can. Services rendered. Mm-hmm. Whatever y'all want to call it. Nope, he's got something. There's something he has.
Are complete, and we are ready to decorate for our children. We are ready to decorate for our community. They said we stole the money. They say there will never be no school, but I'm here to tell you today the school is done and the school is ready. I said the school is done and the school is ready, brothers and sisters. You must donate or you cannot participate. I said you must donate or you cannot participate. Look at those floors, brothers and sisters. We ready. We are ready, brothers. And look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters. But we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. That's what we're dealing with right now. But we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. That's what we're dealing with right now. This is the timeout room. Ladies, I need you to behave. Ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room and you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, we are complete, bro.
What? That's why I told you no, nigga. No. Because you didn't there knocking the secretary down. If you do got teachers, you're going through them. All right. You're knocking down parents. That school wouldn't last inside of a year, nigga. All the lawsuits and little inappropriate shit that would pop off with this nigga being the principal, yeah. All right. Maybe a year, maybe a couple months, dude. All right. This is the room you got to get paddled in. All right. Who are you speaking to specifically? All right. My African so-and-so caramel. My what? This sounds like some damn Michael Eric Dyson shit. All right. Hold on.
Misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room and you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, we are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at you. My pina colada, my caramel, my cinnamon, my nutmeg queens. If you misbehave, you got to come and get 3 strokes. Oh, yes, with the RBG paddle. With the RBG paddle. Consciousness over the cookies. This is the paddling room. This is where you get your discipline when you break the rules of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. Somebody said it ain't no windows. Another coon. Lord have mercy. Another coon. There's windows in every room, you coon, but that's all right. You never built nothing for your people, so I can't blame you. You never built nothing for your people, so I can't blame you. Ladies, who's going to come decorate the principal's office? Ladies, who's going to come decorate the principal's office? I need a team of queens. I need a team of all natural head to toe queens that decorate the principal's office. I said I need a team of all.
Well, then there it is. All right. To decorate the principal's office there. Mm-hmm. And let's follow that chain of thought, man, because that's deep there. All right. I ain't say it. He said it. Since he did, let's go back over here to something here that I find quite interesting. And so did everybody else. Because he was trying to explain to us, all right, what a strong, conscious woman is. Yeah, he had to explain to all of us because some of us didn't know. All right. And this is how I know that, nigga. Some of y'all niggas are eating burnt ribs out the bag, nigga. It's not that you can have something else. You ain't got no choice. All right. It's burnt ribs, nigga, burnt bacon out the bag, nigga. All right. No, it ain't good at all. It's just crunchy. It ain't got no taste to it, do it? All right. No, I'm not one of them. I like my bacon crispy niggas. All right. I'm not, man. I think that's the most disgusting shit on the planet. All right. Can you eat that over there, please? All right. Is that a bacon and egg sandwich or did you put nachos in the inside? All right. Yeah, eat that over there. All right. I like my bacon fried hard. Looking ass nigga. All right. Right. I like I like my bacon maybe fried extra tough. Excuse me.
Putting you and Suki like together.
First
Y'all
of
took
all-
those couple pictures. Now they said like
Shout out to my sister Suki, who's also Wilmington, Delaware.
my sister as
Yes.
well. Yes.
She actually graduated from the school we now own when it was the Moyer Academy Black Charter School.
I be telling people she went to
Amazing.
school in Delaware and they don't
she
be
went to the
believing
Moyer
me.
Academy. Yeah. Suki is a friend of mine. I'm not the father of the child.
Okay.
Okay. She's happy and looking forward to being a mother again. And of course, I support her as her brother. Now, down the line, because I don't have a son, down the line, if I need a heir to the throne, because I need a prince.
Oh man. What in the Don King John Henry? All right, is going on here? Huh? If he needs an heir to the throne. All right. No, what Suki is he talking about? See, what hold on here.
Pan-Africanism Junior. If I ain't wifed out, Suki might carry that baby
I know
forward.
that's right.
That's interesting.
Because Suki is conscious.
People don't know that about
Suki
her
is-
either.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
She will have to make some.
This is horrible. This is horrible. All right. Yeah. What Charlamagne said. All right. Charlamagne said, that's interesting. All right. Right. A person means something when they say something like that. All right. You wonder why people don't trust the conscious man. Take a look, man. All right. Oh, you saying some good stuff. All right. And then we start to get to these degenerate activities, and niggas is trying to walk you in the back of the water. All right. No, with a blindfold on. All right. Right. Yeah, this is out of order. What you mean, Suki Hana? All right. You talking about the Suki that we know? All right. Hold on.
If I ain't wifed out, Suki might carry that baby
I
forward.
know that's right.
That's interesting.
Because Suki is conscious.
People don't know that about
Suki
her
is-
either.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
She will have to make some changes to be mama of the prince, right? But Suki is very much conscious. And I'll be honest with you. If something happened to me, God forbid, she is one of the few women I know who I do think would raise my son the way I would want him to be. Do you feel me on that? Because a lot of women date us activists and us Pan-Africanists, but the minute we go to jail or something, they go get Mike, and Tay selling dope on the corner. How did you go from a damn revolutionary to a dope boy? You see what I'm saying?
Nigga, no, we don't see what you're saying. We don't. Any woman I mess with that was conscious is still conscious. All right? No, and Tay and Lil Slug can't get in proximity of them. All right? I don't know what you're talking about. All right? It don't make any sense to me. All right? Right.
Man, I don't think Suki would do that. Like, her character to me suggests that your son gonna be the way you wanted him to be.
When I first met her, I literally tell people this all the time. When I first met her, everything about her was super conscious. It was super it was so different than what she was online.
Absolutely.
So when I tell people that, they're like, it's no way. And then every now and then she'll sit down and do an interview and people will hear it and they're like
Me and
amazed.
Suki
And I'm
had
like, this
dinner.
is how she was
We had
since I've
dinner.
ever known her.
The conversation blew me away.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe she was the same sister from the video. You feel me? Intelligent, brilliant.
Yes.
And I'm saying to myself,
And so pro us.
how you
Man, Suki came out and told everybody she was in special ed, nigga. All right? You know, y'all throw him some coochie crumbs, man. He's liable to say anything. All right? Doesn't make sense at all. No, she said she was in special ed. All right? Yeah, this woman got videos on damn Pornhub. All right? The lowest of the lowest. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about, man. All right, you know some people like, what Sookie? How you mean Sookie? What Sookie you talking about? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, I got something for. All right, no, let's go back to London, shall we? All right, can we take us back to London? All right, yeah. All right, some of y'all already know what I'm talking about. All right, yeah, Sookie was in London, outside the palace, I believe. All right, she might have been somewhere outside the palace here. All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and hit the refresh button here on this. Oh my God.
I'm trying to get this coochie scratch.
Oh, this is who you want to leave your kids with, Umar? All right. This is who you leaving the children. This is who's going to raise your son. All right. The way you would like him to be raised. All right. Hold on 1 second again.
I'm trying to get my coochie scratch. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today.
Oh my God. Sweet Jesus. All right. That's what you want, huh? All right. And I don't knock a man. Hey, man, to each his own. But don't put this on the sake of consciousness and sisters. This has got something to do with you personally. All right. Leave them out of it. All right. Sookie Hana ain't got a damn thing to do with conscious sisters at all. None. All right. I don't care how she made your damn Thurgood Stubbs looking ass feel, nigga. All right. I don't care. All right. Ain't nothing conscious about Sookie Hana. One more time. Just make sure you didn't hear. I'll make sure I ain't no skipping, no nothing. I'm going to play it all the way through.
This is that. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretch. Okay. The bitch is that. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch. I'm trying to get my coochie stretch and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today.
Oh, man. And Dr. Umar Johnson will be lined up right there afterwards. All right. No, you ain't got to brush your teeth or wipe your mouth off or nothing. All right. He'll just be standing there. Wifey. That's a nigga with no options. That's a nigga publicly telling you that. He ain't got no real options. All right. None. All right. 6ix9ine said Sookie was giving up the box to random niggas up in Broward County, nigga. All right. That's what he said. All right. Look, man, these jokers don't mind putting your business out there. All right. Yeah, that's why I said no, nigga. All right. Look, man, the pickings are slim, huh? All right. When Sookie Hana is that high on your list for quote unquote consciousness. All right. Yeah, the pickings must be slim. Nah. All right, the pickings must be real damn slim. All right. Yes, indeed, man. No, when she shoots right to the top. All right, right, nigga. You talking about you talking about somebody's gonna raise my son, right? You gonna raise him right? All right, just in case something happened to me. You've lost your damn mind, nigga. All right, I don't know who you think you're talking to. All right, right. Oh, hold on here. This was him prior to as well. Y'all remember this?
Got a new program coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies.
$500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. Got a new program coming out.
All right, you ain't doing nothing but sitting there across from the table from that woman and running your damn mouth. Oh, she paying for the whole meal. I'm doing all right. I'm happy to be alive, Gloria Reed. Welcome back. I'm glad you found me. Welcome back now. Yeah. This guy here is amazing. All right. Now, he ain't offering nothing. In other words, you're going to pay him $500. All right. To listen to him kick a sermon. All right. And try to holler at you. All right. What did that one woman say? She said, yeah, he was in there talking about business before back shots. Business before back shots. All right. What are you talking about, man? All right. That's what you got to do with strangers that you just meet, nigga. All right. Random street meet or whatever he's trying to indulge in. All right. That's why Suki Hana was right up his alley. All right. Talking about conscious this and that. No, nigga. It's just that some women that are deep in the game can read a flagrant nigga like you. All right. She's seen a nigga like you before. All right. Right. You cut the cameras off for some of you damn jokers, and it's very different. It's odd, nigga. All right. No, he just let the simpery just hang out too long, man. All right. The thirstiness. All right. It was just right there in the air. All right. Damn, man. Damn. She got her goddamn, conscious package out of that nigga. He sacrificed at the last little bit of integrity he had on the Breakfast Club. All right. To vouch for a certified, passed around. All right. No, I'm going to eat a nigga ass. All right. Hood rat. All right. No, that's on him. All right. Don't come and tell me about Jermaine Shoemaker. All right. I'm going to tell you that nigga crazy as cat shit. All right. No, he's just crazy. That's all. All right. At this point. Yeah. And she put it on him. All right. No, Suki put it on him. All right. He shouldn't even been back there. You know, she's younger than him, I believe. All right. And that was enough. All right. Got him professing his love on the Breakfast Club, man. Yeah, that's why I said for the cases of you running around here trying to tell people that we African. No, nigga, you lost your mind up here. All right. No, he needed Charlemagne to vouch for him or what have you. Now you see the Laura, all right, she kind of started to try to speak up for Suki. But there was nothing she could hold to Suki. Oh, she was a lot more conscious than I thought she was. She was just so much different. Yeah, because a lot of them niggas like that, people like Suki is phony. You remember what she did to that light-skinned dude. All right? Yeah, acting like he tried to attack her or something. All right, with the kiss that he had or what. It's like, yo, you talking about you getting down and all this? All right? So she been halfway moving phony and doing all this extra. All right. No, that shit wasn't all right, dude. What's the nigga named YK? The little light skinned dude here, goddammit. All right. Tried to kiss Suki Hana. All right. Yeah, and yeah, it went left. And she put a whole letter out and shit. All right. Yeah, what hoe does this, man? You talking about you true to the game and all this. All right. Yeah, stop playing, dude. All right. Yeah, this is who you simping over. All right. Right. I'm talking about jumping all the way out the window.
Looking forward to being a mother again. And of course, I support her as her brother. Mm-hmm. Now, down the line, because I don't have a son, down the line, if I need a heir to the throne, because I need a Prince of Pan-Africanism Jr., if I ain't wifed out, Suki might carry that baby for
her. That's right. That's interesting.
Because Suki is conscious.
People don't know that about her either.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
She will have to make some changes to be mama of the prince, right? But Suki is very much conscious. And I'll be honest with you. If something happened to me, God forbid,
She is one of the few women I know who I do think would raise my son the way I would want him to be. Do you feel me on that? Because a lot of women date us activists and us Pan-Africanists, but the minute we go to jail or something, they go get Mike, and Tay selling dope on the corner. How did
you go into jail here, Halls, for doing activism? Did you go to jail or something? What are you talking about, Tay and Little Slug? Shouldn't that be their equivocations here for messing around in the game? All right. Right. All of that's confusing to me. Why would the black empowerment people that have tasted the inside of a jail cell and what have you are known so heavy and well that all these extra nocturnal street type things are not connected to their names? They wouldn't have been able to survive as long as they did if that was the case. That's just a fact. All right. And they were still sabotaged and murdered. All right. That's what history shows. So even with what he's saying, it don't make any sense. All right. And the other activists that go to jail, these are people that work for the damn Democrats. All right. Yeah. You talking about niggas that's sitting there with a Kaepernick knee on, all right, and a Stay Woke t-shirt. All right, with your hands handcuffed behind your back. All right. Yeah, I mean, come on now. All right. We don't know these niggas. All right. Right. When they open their mouth, you see what they ain't talking about nothing that has anything to do with us. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Just to speak about it across the board, because it is a couple of little activists y'all may have seen, but yeah, they work for them folks. If you ain't hear us bring these niggas up like they somebody here, dude, then they obviously ain't. Yeah. All right. How long they been around? 5 minutes? A year? With a couple months? All right. You better take a look. All right. Don't validate these cartoon characters. All right. Well, we got enough sitting in our backyard right now that we can't get rid of. All right. That's on some real talk here. You look at Umar Johnson and see the levels of disappointment from my people here. All right. Yeah, man. And the best thing that I seen for him was the circumstances of the school. But this was the latest case of what happened here recently. Somebody told him that we're not all Africans, and he threatened to throw this young man out of here. Shout out to this brother for standing on 10. And we're not all Africans. That's what I said here too. All right. But he got upset at least enough to to threaten that man to throw him out of here. All right. Everybody don't want to be lied to. Mm-hmm. Yes, and they did reclassify a lot of us here as black, and that was a part of these things in here to the cases to make sure we didn't get any of these benefits, just like they went to reclassify a lot of these white folks as $5 Indians. All right. That's why when you look to see who's in charge of these damn tribes, nigga, hey, there's nobody black over there. All right, nothing. It's pale skins all the way when you see the head of the tribes and shit. All right, go take a look. All right. Yeah, it has nothing in common with the pictures in the history books. We look more similar to the Native Americans than they do. All right. You just got a bunch of woods, $5 Indians walking around here with feathers in their head like Dog the Bounty Hunter, nigga. Mm-hmm. He ain't no damn Native American. No, he ain't. That's a straight up and down white man. All right, face like a wrinkled brown paper bag, dude. All right, a red wrinkled brown paper bag. All right, yeah, and ain't nothing Native American right there. All right, at all. All right, he said everything about him says redneck. All right, no, he said it says $5 Indian. All right. And when y'all see that census list for that joint, it wasn't just the damn white folks that was doing it, dude. No, it was some Indians, it was Asians, it was folks from rather Ireland, and yeah. All right. No, when I went to go see that paperwork, I think it was last week, man. I was looking at this and I'm like, damn, dude. So folks in here committing a lot of fraud. All right. Now I'm talking about people of all nationalities getting on that damn little $5, $5 Indian list. All right. When they actually went to go ahead, somebody to show the ledgers. Yeah, because people are writing down the side of what nationality you are all the way at the end. All right. So you can see specifically who was stealing, who was committing fraud. All right. No, it's all the same, huh? All right. Yes, indeed. Just in case anybody wants to go back and, you want to go ahead and look for these things yourself here. Yeah. And I want you to read all the way across. God damn it. That's the thing. All right. When you start looking down to see, rather say Argentina, or it says, God damn it, Ireland or Asian, all right, whatever it has on there, that's the nationality of the person that's stealing. All right. Yes, indeed. Yep. $5, dude. And back in the day, nigga, that was a lot of bread. All right. Today's money, that was a lot of bread there. And one day of doing that scamming ass shit, they might have made about $50 or so. All right. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, let me go ahead to go redo and put another title down. Make sure that you smash the like button, share this video. I am the bottom line. Much love to the good people. In a minute.